Hey, hello everybody, welcome to the Sound Test Stream. Today I'm taking a look at Caustic. Caustic's been out for ages and ages. I've got my MIDI keyboard plugged in, and to enable that you just select this here, MIDI device controls on screen instrument, and then I'm going to load a new song. Yes. Actually, I'm going to leave this on 115, so that's done. And then I can add some instruments. So what's already loaded in is your like effects, box, sequencer, masters, mix. All this will become apparent. I'm going to start with a beatbox. These are all the instruments you get to use. Caustic's like closed environment, but it's brilliant. I'm going to go down here, select a trance kit and load that, and hopefully, yeah, that's going to do. And then I am going to, what am I going to do now? Yes, slide that up there like that, hit my little grid and extend this pattern to 2 bars. Now you see. Then I'm going to make sure my metronome is engaged, and I'm going to hit record and play, and you'll see it will just tracking along. I can jump in anytime I want. Done. I'm going to leave that on there like that. And I want another pattern similar to that for this. So what I am going to do is go to select. I'm going to select all. Then I'm going to go to edit, and I'm going to copy, and I'm going to press A2, and I'm going to go paste. And now I've got, and where's my, I'm going to place some hi-hat now on this A2 pattern, so we can just again jump in. Turn that off. Okay, so let's go back to A1. Now I want another instrument here to start with. I'm going to select the PCM synth, which is like the sampler. And I'm going to choose one of the pad sounds. Not that one. Let's see, tense, I think. Load. Okay, and I'm going to close the cutoff down a little bit. Now, every single thing in Caustic is, you can automate it. And I'm going to go up to the pad synths grid sequencer. And I think what I shall do, let me just check this. Let me just play me a little. Yeah, I want to set that for, we go to grid, 4 bars. Yes, thank you very much. And here we go. It'll track along. So I know that it's A and it's A1. And also I'm going to now hit record and play. And just watch it track along till it gets to the end. So I've got kind of a counting. Okay, so now I'm going to start to construct my song before I go any further, so I know where I am. So I'll go to sequencer, and you'll see that the 2 instruments that I'd loaded, beatbox and PCM, are already there in the sequencer. And we can go to song mode, although at this point it doesn't really matter. But if I tap here, I can choose which pattern to load. So I'm going to choose, okay, A1. And then for the second part, I'm also going to choose A1. And then for the next bit, I'm going to choose my A2, which is the bit that I added the hi-hat to. Okay. And then for the PCM synth, I'm going to choose A1, which went over 2 complete bits. And then let me see. I'm going to make some adjustments to the PCM synth. So I'll stay in pattern mode, go to my PCM synth, and then I will also do what I did earlier. I will select all, go to edit, go to copy, go to A2 and paste that in. And now I can make some adjustments to that. Just let me see what I could do. So that'll do it. So we'll just run that. And then I'm going to go back to my sequencer, and on this section I'm going to choose that, which I just added those other MIDI notes to. Now if I go to song and then play, now, say, for instance, I wanted to work on a particular bit. Now, you can do the same thing. You can select, copy, paste, etc., etc. You get certain areas to loop. To get it to loop from 4 to 8, I just want to touch on the 4 and move across like this quite quickly, because I'll show you why. If I hold, it asks me if I want to trim the selected. No. Or if I hold outside that I've just added, I can insert a measure which will put a blank, one loop blank space in there, or I can change the tempo mid-track sort of thing. But at the moment, that's absolutely fine. I don't need to worry about that. And I was just saying, if I do it quickly, I can then just loop this particular section. So let's do that. Let's just loop that particular section, but I'm going to go to the mixer now. Now the mix, and it'll always tell you if you're in song or pattern mode anyway. So the mixer has some very cool stuff. It has your basic EQ there, and as reverb and delay. These are like your send effects, not your inserts. Your inserts are something different. I'll show you them in a sec. But it has your send effects, and it has pan, and it has width. They're very good. There are your kind of send effects. That's your delay, your reverb. These are your globals that will sort of work when you push your sends up. So we're going to make some adjustments to the drum pattern. That sounds great, doesn't it? So if we go back to song mode, that's pattern. Let's go back to our sequencer and just try the whole thing. We can take that off. And then stop button. That's cool. So we can now add something else. So like we probably need some bass now. So let's add another instrument. And all these instruments have loads and loads of presets, loads and loads of control, as you've just seen. It really doesn't, it's very, very cool beans. We could add a sub synth maybe. And let's have a look at that. And Just drop the octave on my keyboard. I'll just have a play along. Right, so maybe I want that to run over 4 bars. So we'll do this grid times 4. Yes. I'll just play, I'll just record it, see what it sounds like. Right, thing to remember here is I'm in song mode and not pattern. Could then go back to our sequencer here and decide that we want our pattern to come in, say, there. We could have had it come in there. Excuse me. We could have had it come in there. But we can let's just select and delete that one. So now we'll have a, if we go to song mode. Now we might want to make some more adjustments to our song. So there are different ways to select. We can select all, we can, if we select all, or we can select none, or we can do our lasso like this. And then all we need to do is go to our copy and paste, and it'll paste our next block along like this. And then if we were working on just this section, we could just select that section sort of thing like I showed you earlier. And then you can jump to anywhere in the timeline you want at any time you want. So let's just make some adjustments to that bass while it's playing in the song. Now these are your insert effects, your effects for each individual instrument sort of thing. So we want to add something, and you've got 2 for each instrument if you like. So let's add something to the bass. Well, let's just see what a flanger sounds like for the start off. If you're listening through headphones, you're going to hear a massive difference. The width control is fantastic on Caustic. So that's epic. Let's go back to pattern. So now we can add something else if we want to. I mean, we've got a vocoder, an FM synth, a pluck synth, a source synth, an organ. You've even got a modular, which is very cool if you wanted to add something like that. And I mean, you've got patches here. You'll see if we go like this load. It's got lots of different, you know, things you can do. It's modular, you know, and you can flip it around as well, like you can with reasoning. You can repatch stuff yourself if you want to. Flip it back, but I don't want a modular. So if you accidentally put in a thing that you don't want, you just hold, and you can either replace it like this and take you back to here. You could put, like, say, oh, let's put that K synth in, which is like a plucked type synth, right? And there's loads and loads and loads of presets. Loads of way to control the sound. It's fantastic. And the developer, if you search Caustic on YouTube, there's actually individual YouTube tutorials on every single one of these modules. It's amazing. I'm just trying to give you an idea of how good it sounds and how easy it is to actually use the thing. So again, we've got this thing. I'm going to set this, like I said, now I'm going to set this over 4 bars again for recording this bit. And hopefully this will be okay. Yeah, I made a mistake somewhere along the line. Not sure what I did wrong, but I think it was when I went back there and doubled up the thing here. Don't need to do that. Right, so you also have quantize, of course. Okay, so that's that. And I don't want that to come in, so that would have been pattern A1. Yeah, pattern A1. So we can go to sequencer now, and in this, what we'll do here in this third section here, I'll add A1. Okay, and that'll go across all 4. Now, hopefully, I'll take that off. Right, that's playing the pattern, so song. And then what we could do, I'll just check my batteries. All right, yeah. Then what you could do, if you wanted to, you can do things like this. You can. It's really easy to like lasso just a few like that, and then copy and paste, and then you kind of get you can arrange your track. Brilliant. And I think what we'll do is we'll add some. What I'll do is I just want to loop that section there. going back to our sequencer, staying in song mode. We'll take the loop off. You just grab one part of it and swipe. We'll just have a listen to that as a complete thing. And on you could go. Listen, guys, thanks for watching. I'll put links in the description below for Caustic. If you haven't already got it, I'm guessing most people have got it now. But if you haven't, it's great fun. And then, you know, when you're done, you can save. Let's just save this as I had to quickly test. When you're done, you have options to export and stuff like that, and etc., and you know, the usual thing. But it is great fun. You've got some cool effects you can play with on the actual. If you go to your mix, your inserts here, effects, you get all these kind of things: vinyl simulator, cone filters. Everything in Caustic is automatable. Everything you can automate, absolutely everything. All you need to do is play with the control while you're recording it, and it'll automate. Just don't forget to turn your record off. Listen, going to go. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, or consider becoming a patron. And I will see you guys later. Ta-ra.